manifestation mentor. I help you to program your subconscious mind towards achieving whatever goals that you are looking to manifest. So today we are going to learn about questioning, right? How questioning is very much important to your programming of subconscious mind. So we all are, programmed to think critically, right? So we have been programmed with self-doubts. We always have been programmed to question existence of everything, isn't it? So since childhood, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, we have been programmed to listen to a lot of negative stuff, right? A lot of fears, doubts, what is possible and what is not possible, judgments on differentiating things into right and wrong, and genders, culture, and whatnot. So everything that says it is not possible or difficult is what we have been programmed into. And it's become so difficult for us now to accept that something is possible and go and take an initiative to move forward. And then we name it as, I feel lazy. I tend to procrastinate. I have a problem of procrastination. So anyone who is talking about procrastination for yourself, I would want to give you a reminder that procrastination, laziness by itself are not your problems, right? The reason that you are going through this procrastination or laziness is because there is no driving force within you. So your brain is neither adapting to a fear or due to which you need to run, nor is it feeling any reward. Why should I even do this, right? So that the motivation is not there in either of the cases. So brain works with two things, right? Either fear that I will lose this, so you tend to run. Agar maine ye nahi kiya and I don't go for a job, I would lose this job. Then you would automatically wake up, go to the job and work. Or a reward ki ye karne se mujhe ye milega. I will get this, something big if I do. So when there is not a compelling no reason, a fear or reward, you don't tend to push and give all excuses. So your brain is completely fogged with excuses why it is not even possible. So we all keep banking upon the reasons to it. And then we name it as laziness or procrastination. Or there is an underlying fear that if I step out of this comfort zone, then there's a threat to me. A threat which you could have faced in the childhood. Might be you were in extempore or giving a debate or a speech and someone teased you, or there was an embarrassment, right? Or you could have collapsed. And that fear remains. And after that, never in your life, you even dare to give a debate or or a speech or participate in talks, right? So that one incident could have blocked you. Now, this is where we program our subconscious mind on bringing out of that zone to a new zone of possibilities. And we say affirmations, scripting, visualization. But is it so easy that you just say, I'm enough, I'm good enough, I'm grateful enough, and I'm abundant? Lot of us are driven by logics nowadays. And these logics don't allow your subconscious to even accept what you are saying. Immediately the logical mind comes and says, what are you even talking about? It is not there. How can you say it is there? The money is not there. How do you want me to feel that abundance is there? How do you want me to feel I'm a millionaire? I don't have a car. I can't go to that party. How do you even want me to, right? So immediately your subconscious starts arguing it is not there. We have been trained consciously to look at the objective reality. जो दिखता नहीं है वो होता नहीं है, right? There can be two meanings of it. Currently what we do, जो इस naked eyes से नहीं दिखता है वो है नहीं. This is what we have believed. What you cannot see from the naked eyes is not there. But what we ask you to practice is try to see from your mental eyes, mental vision. Start trying to practice by seeing from depth, closing your eyes. When you close your eyes, there are so many things that you see which you don't even think when you have open eyes, right? There's a beautiful dialogue in प्यार तो I think प्यार तो होना ही था, और some movie अजय देवगन का, जो says like अंजलि, बंद आंखों से इंसान वो सच्चाई भी देख लेता है जो खुली आंखें नहीं देख पाती. right? So with closed eyes, a person can see that reality which the open eyes cannot see. And that is what we're to train ourselves. But to train ourselves, we should actually be agreeing to close your eyes and even think of what we want. We are so immersed into the current reality of negative thoughts, of the problem, the fights happening at the home, my health issues, or my money issues, my piled up debts, that I don't want to deviate from there. And the rule of law of attraction says wherever focus goes, energy flows. Your focus is constantly going towards the problem and of what you don't have, then the energy is also flowing there. And that is why you are in a downward spiral, or you are on the lower part of the energy spectrum. Fear, anxiety, depressed, anger, restlessness, desperation, all these are those negative emotions. That is why initial to start with, when you practice with gratitude and focus on what you have, automatically what you have starts prospering. But yes, it is not easy. Logical mind doesn't allow you to go that way. And that is where this method of questioning comes. Why you need to question yourself? Because there's a constant flow of thoughts in your brain. 24/7, the brain is thinking. You need to know that your brain cannot stop thinking. Don't think, I will start doing meditation in some few months. No, I would become very calm. My brain will not think at all. ऐसा नहीं है. Even if you remember the story of Saint Vishwamitra, he was into meditation for almost more than what? More than a decade. But I think he was no prey to no falling a prey to a woman, right? After he finishes meditation. So no one can escape this running thoughts in the brain. The brain keeps thinking. That is how the nature of it is. You need to understand it and know how to distract yourself consciously. So how do you do that? That is where various techniques of gratitude, forgiveness, or visualization, or various techniques like focusing on something else are being taught. So your whole aim is to distract your brain. That's it. Because your brain will anyways think. So for now, rather than what is it thinking the negative thing, you want to shift the focus to a positive thing. But directly when I say affirmations, ki yes, I am positive, I have the love of my life, I have radiant health. Again, since it is not so easy, 20 years you have programmed something. How do you think just in a month or 3 months, your brain will be completely reprogrammed? Right? There has to be constant practice. You remember in childhood, we kept reading, right? Mom told ki write 1 time is equal to reading 10 times, or else read 10 times. The more and more you repeat, your brain absorbs. Same way, the more and more you repeat a task or a behavior or a habit, it becomes a new behavior or a habit. And that is where a new thought, a new paradigm starts opening up. Now, to make it easier, because when you say straight statements, it is very easy for your brain to say a no. It says, no, it is not so. The money is not available. You are in debt. How can you even think that you are abundant? No. You are only not able to see the other side of the current situation. That's the only difference. So much you are focused into the current problem. Might be we are not willing to. There are different reasons. Our brain is sometimes not willing to switch to a positive solution. Otherwise, it would feel empty. Most of the times, it is not the pain itself. It is our want of pain. We attract the pain. Why do we say that as manifestation coaches or brain experts? Because as humans, we want to feel value. So how do we feel value? Either you have a good fame, you're doing something, your self-actualization goals, self-esteem goals you are meeting. Or else we would choose the other way. The easier way is gain sympathy. So what is a way to gain sympathy is to convince someone or convince my crowd that I'm the most painful, I'm the person suffering the most out of you all. My pain is the biggest one and yours is nothing. And this is how everyone is thinking. So you want to feel more worthy or need more attention or love or care. Different names are there. And that is why you want to prove yourself that you are in pain. And because if I come out of the pain, then I might not get the same attention that I'm getting now. So I want to hold on to the pain. If there's no client, after she was struggling with overthinking and she started working on it, then now she's like, hey, mom, my mind has gone blank. I don't know, my mind doesn't think anything nowadays. I said, this is what you wanted, right? So the brain is thinking, but now she is able to start focusing on the work rather than focusing on what the brain is thinking. That is the difference. And then she feels calm. But this calm, after having so many episodes of overthinking, now she feels as it emptiness. It means your inner healing is still more to be worked upon. So you want to live with the pain. So that is why we say you choose pain. That is how we have been programmed. Now, we need to program the subconscious mind to break these patterns to dwell upon the pain. How do we do that? Say now I'm teaching a class, right? I'm teaching a class to all of you or anyone, and I keep talking. So at a certain point of time, the attention span just goes away, right? And you don't anymore want to think or listen. You will not be able to absorb the content. So what do teachers or professors do in the class? Asking questions. Because when there's a question, the brain has to think. It has been forced to think. A lot of people are not comfortable with questions because it forces my brain to think. So when there's a question, there has to be an answer. It is a universal rule. Same way, whenever you raise questions rather than giving instructions, whenever you raise questions or present questions will be the right term, not raise questions. Whenever you present questions, the answers would come rather than you giving instructions. When you give instructions, it will just half of that will 75% will just go out of my ears. But when there's a question and I have to answer, I have to think. This is why my critical brain gets engaged. And when my critical brain gets engaged, automatically, I don't have any more bandwidth to go and fall prey to my subconscious. So I am starting to focus on my prefrontal, right? So what we do is we are our conscious brain, the critical brain, we don't engage it and we start listening to what subconscious says. Subconscious says it is not possible, it is not there, no lack, scarcity, pain and everything. And you are listening to it. So subconscious is the ship. Captain should listen to the to the ship, how it flows, or the captain should navigate the ship. Captain should navigate the ship, and that is your conscious. So you should consciously decide on what you want to think. How do you want to feel? That is where you train the captain on how to keep engaging yourself into such thoughts or activities. That is how we are programming. So when the conscious is able to take control on how it wants to think, what it wants to talk, where it wants to engage, the subconscious starts getting quiet. Right? So conscious manifestations, that is where you start doing. And why it takes a lot of time is because your subconscious is, million times much powerful and it processes all the information than your conscious. So powerful it is. So consciously, there are efforts to be taken to program your subconscious. But the moment you have done that, it is the easiest way to achieve anything in the life. We say 10-year success can be achieved in 2 years if you can program the subconscious. While programming, you might find it difficult. Ki nahi ho raha hai, that is where the mentor comes into place, where they teach you on how to modify your self-talk. Because your brain is constantly talking and not allowing you to think. So what you're doing when the brain is talking, you're listening to it. And we are teaching you not to listen to the brain. Rather, you instruct what has to be done. Consciously, you become the pilot. And that is where one of the techniques comes, questioning. That is why critical questioning to yourself is very important. Why? When there's a question, there will be an answer. Even in self-talk, since the brain is keep on saying something, just giving affirmations doesn't feel real. And so your subconscious throws it back. It is not real. But if you put a question, it gets confused. It cannot just say no. It becomes calm or it gives an answer back. And so whenever you want to alter your self-talk, negative thinking, overthinking, if you think you're not able to use affirmations, then start asking yourself repeated questions for various goals, whatever. And keep reviewing the questions time to time, weekly, fortnightly, monthly. So when you do that, automatically you are engaging your conscious. And that is where your subconscious has to remain quiet because your conscious is engaged in something else. So you're not listening to the subconscious anymore. And you are instructing it on how to think, what to think. Now, today in the session, I'm going to present few questions on how do you question your subconscious, how do you engage yourself consciously into questioning so that you achieve the goals that you want. So self-reflection, first thing is self-reflection. Whenever you want to achieve something, you need to think, why am I not able to do this? Right? Where is that I am getting lost? Where are my thoughts getting lost? Example, say I get angry. There's a fight and I get angry. So the episode is over. There's a fight, there's an anger. Generally, what will we do? We would go to a room or sofa, couch, and just keep thinking about this whole fight, and it's so frustrating, and start adding. Subconscious will give you all reasons to feel more frustrated, because now you want to satisfy yourself, right? You want to satisfy yourself that you have done the right thing. You have automatically you fought for yourself. So you want to justify that. And your subconscious will give all the reasons and you will say yes. Yes, because you're in anger mode. How to break this? Rather break it by, why did I even react like this? Immediately question. Don't listen to your brain saying, oh, you are right. Yes, she's so, or he did this, he did that. Don't work upon satisfying your ego. Just ask, why did I even respond this way? How could I have avoided this? Why? Because my goal is to remain calm and keep myself happy. Was this argument even needed? Was this argument even needed? Is it fruitful to me? Is it bringing any solution or any kind of output for me? How is it affecting my current schedule or routine? Go pick up your diary and write these questions. Even now, please make a note of these questions. So whenever you have an episode at a home, it could be yelling at your child or with any of your relations, a spouse or friends, when you come back, don't just sit and allow your brain to think about it. Rather, you drive the thinking. You drive the critical thinking and ask these questions. Let your brain answer, your subconscious answer. Initially, if you don't have the habit of doing a self-talk, then write these questions immediately. Every time you have a negative episode, open the notebook and check these questions and answer them. And see how drastically these episodes are going to reduce, or the intensity of how you engage in these episodes is going to change. Right? Now, when I say this is an example of how on your day-to-day activities or general arguments or episodes, you tend to use questioning, right? Rather than giving justification for what happened mentally, just ask a question, whether it is anywhere related to me. Is it helping me? Is it allowing me to stay calm? Is it allowing me to be productive in my next routine? So is it even needed? Should I even carry this? How long can I hold this in my mind? Is it when it is not helping, right? So this is how you question yourself. Now, let's see some of the questions on your self-reflection. When it comes to personal growth, definitely self-reflection is a very powerful tool. Now, some self-reflecting questions that you can use. You can also make a note. Say, ask few questions on your personal values. What are the core values that guide my life? People who are trying to find a purpose, right? Say I'm trying to manifest money, relationships, or whatever, maybe materialistic things sometimes into relationships, wanting to please people, getting into people pleasing behavior, right? And it is completely troubling you. Multiple breakups and relationships, okay? And you're completely blaming yourself for what happened. In this no kind of situations, ask yourself these personal questions, reflect your core values. What are the core values that guide my life? Answer it. Is this current relationship the whole my life? Okay, is it allowing me to define my life? 5 years from now, will I be defining my identity with this behind which I'm running? Okay, are my current actions aligned with the values that I set? So example, if my value is to create a big name for me, or create a impact in the people, or get featured somewhere. So currently the small things which I'm engaging, right? Is it in line with my values? Is it going to help me add value to my purpose or for my future? How do my values influence my decision making? So whenever I'm about to make a decision, whether to hold on to this person or not, whether to hold on to this job or not, or whether should I do workout or not, should I skip no food, or compromising my sleep, people who are compromising your sleeps for night chatting with your friends or watching TV or whatever. So how is that you're putting your values first, or is it just behind? So you're putting yourself back to the back seat, and you're prioritizing this, whatever, you're awaking in the night, you sleep 2 hours, 3 hours, that's it, sound sleep. The next day you don't feel fresh, and the cycle continues. Ask yourself, is this helping you? Say if you are wanting to achieve a fitness goal. Okay, why do you want to achieve fitness? What is the core value that guides me? Why should I achieve this? I told you your brain will not allow you to take action, and then you will say, I'm lazy and I procrastinate when you don't have a reward. So this value becomes your purpose. Why should I even lose weight? Is it to convince people? My spouse will praise me, or my boyfriend will praise me, or my friends will praise me. If it is that case, you will not be driven to achieve that result. But if it is for me, because when I wake up and see myself in the mirror, how do I feel about myself? Do I feel like an eminent personality? That is the feel that you want to get. If that is the purpose, that is the value you want to achieve, then definitely the procrastination, laziness will not take control of your brain. So always, what is the underlying value that guides my decisions? Today, if I'm going to learn this or not, who decides this? Is it the presence or absence of money in my hand? Or the reason why I want to learn, or the change that I'm going to create? If my reason why I'm going to learn is more important, then somehow I will manage money. I will not give excuses ki mere paas paisa nahi. Like when people come for life coaching and they want to create a big business, right? They say ki mere paas fees nahi hai, husband nahi manenge, yeah, I don't know if I can manage. You are only lying to yourself. Somewhere you don't feel that urge now. That's it. The purpose is not very strong enough. So you keep the purpose to the back seat, and keep all of the excuses in the front seat. And that is why you procrastinate your decisions, the right decisions, the risk-taking decisions sometimes, right? So when it comes to personal values, just make a note. One thing, what are the core values that guide my life? What are my current actions? Aligned with my values or not? And how do my values influence my decision-making in different aspects, right? Whether it's about people, no, children who want to talk to parents, right? They have to take permission for a few things, right? So like, nahi papa nahi manenge, mummy nahi manegi, I'm not used to talk. My only question is, you're not used to talk. If today you don't talk, what if you are not able to achieve your ambition? So is it worth it? So you are keeping the people pleasing behavior to the front, and you are keeping your ambition to the back seat. That is where your manifestation helps, where you are able to be assertive and present yourself, and it's okay, the discomfort within you. First time you want to ask something. So when you train yourself, you are able to put your values first and rest all goes to the back seat. You're ready to take the risk, right? So next, when it comes to your goals and aspirations, anyone who is doing a goal setting, when you want to manifest something, definitely should have clear goals, right? You can not just say, I want to become very rich. What does becoming rich mean to you? So right, first start with long-term goals. What are my long-term goals? When we say long-term goals, it's from 5 years to 10 years. What are my long-term goals? And for this 5 years goal, what should my yearly goal? That is a short-term goal, right? So ask yourself, what are my long-term and short-term goals? What steps am I taking to achieve these goals? Second, whenever again you're distressed, broken with something, go open your question notebook and just check what I have done to achieve my goals. Today I'm complaining that I have not reached where I wanted to. But in last few months or years, what all actions I took to achieve those goals? Ask yourself, are my goals still relevant and meaningful to me? See, once upon a time when in a teenage, manifesting a partner could have been relevant. Might be in 30s or 40s, your career could be relevant. After that, your family could be relevant, right? So with age and as your maturity, your wisdom grows, your priorities change. They are not always the same. People pleasing takes a back seat as you become wiser. But initially in the young ages, we all want to get that social acknowledgement, right? So people pleasing comes first. So that time that would have been the goal and you could have been struggling so hard, but now you don't even bother about it, right? You have become more confident and assertive that you don't give a shit to the people, right? So your goals have to be reviewed, that are they now relevant? Yes, I had these goals earlier, but should I still keep it in my list? Let me remove, right? Because your brain is like energy. There is a capacity to it, right? So you need to focus it on the right things. You cannot have all in the bucket list. So keep reviewing them, and every year shed off the unwanted things. Last year, what felt relevant to you might not feel relevant today. Review them. They cannot be same. It means you're not growing. Are my goals still relevant to me is your next question, right? So this is about your goals and aspirations. Now, once set your goals, check what are your strengths and weakness. So now first you define your purpose, then your goals, then what are my strengths and weakness? Chalo, I set this goal. Now, will I be able to do or not? What do I think? This is not the question. So this is a common doubt that we have. So what question you can ask here? What are my strengths and how can I leverage them? Ask yourself, take a notebook and list down. What are my strengths? Okay, I'm very good at communication. I'm very good at being empathetic to people, or I'm very good at not judging people, right? I'm very good at presenting myself. I have a very good voice. So what is that your strength? I'm very bold, right? I'm risk-taking personality. So what is strength? So which is the strength that you can leverage, extend a little more? And what are the areas that I consider I'm not good at? What are my weakness? How can I work on them? Out of all these weakness, which there will be some, like intensity will be less for few and few will be higher. So what all is that I can just get rid of? I can work and improve. Take the easiest first. As you work on those weaknesses, you will feel yes, you're able to move forward. And then so as you are able to climb the ladder in small steps, then the bigger one also will give you confidence ki, ye bhi main kar sakti hoon. This I thought was a weakness, but now I'm able to do it. Right? So a lot of coaches, they come and they're like into healing and coaching. Yes, Hema, I have this talent, but I have a hesitation to ask money from people. It means your relationship with money is not good. You're not created that right relationship with money. You're not understood what money is, what spirituality is, and what the value you're delivering. You have not known by yourself the value that you're going to give. So that is a problem, right? So this is my weakness. How do I work on it? I need to work on learning about how people deal with money, no, it's a spirituality and money, understanding about sales, understanding about people, understanding about transformation, understanding about the concept of giving and receiving, happy money concept. All these things you need to train yourself if you need to change your relationship with money. Your strength, you have a skill. Your weakness, you do not know how to leverage it or how to no, ask money for it, how to be paid for it. Get trained. So this is just an example. So in every aspect, you want to start any new business, leverage your strengths and work upon your weakness slowly. Okay. Now, how do my strengths contribute to my personal and professional life? Whatever are my strengths that I have, how is it contributing? How am I adding value into my personal and professional life? At my job, am I applying my strengths or not? Am I applying my strengths at my even personal life also? So during parenting and relationship coaching, there is one thing where we say, no, let go small things. Okay, 10 small things you let go. And the one important thing, you catch hold of it. Okay, so you should know which all things to just ignore and which one to go and catch and become rigid about. That is how you win in the relationships without even letting them know that you are being strategic. Right? So you cannot keep dictating all the things. Give them the leverage to feel the power in small things. Let go, let go, let go. So that the important decision comes, they will understand, oh, she always lets go. This one, let me give it to her. So this is an example, right? How do you use your strength to in your professional and personal life? Same way in communication or email writing could be your strength. Your verbal vocabulary could be your strength, or your empathetic voice could be your strength in your personal life. So how do you leverage it? Do you apply it to win the situations or win the arguments? Just an example. So ask yourself, yes or no. If no, then please start doing it. उसके पहले स्ट्रेंथ को लिखना है, राइट? वीकनेस को जानना है. इस वीकनेस को छुपाने के लिए इस स्ट्रेंथ को लेवरेज करना है. छुपाने के लिए नहीं, ओवरकम करने के लिए. You don't have to hide anything. Overcome this with the strength. Okay? So now, coming to achievements and challenges, when it comes to manifestation, we tell you, in NLP, we do this. What we do is, we go clients, take clients into a state and we ask them to feel same confidence which they felt when they achieved something in the childhood. So we ask them to recollect your childhood memories where you got a cup or you won a race or any kind of a game. Okay. How did you feel? So we ask you to bring that, go there, completely live that scenario and vividly, completely from your emotions, the sound and everything. And now bring that same emotion here. Now put yourself into a new situation which you're fearing to go and start visualize the same motivation, joy in this new situation. So this is how we program. So why? Reminding yourselves of your achievements and reminding your mind about those emotions starts raising your vibrations and gives you confidence. But हम लोग क्या करते हैं? What do we do? We always talk about only failures. We talk 10 things about failure. A success only one thing we will speak or will not speak at all. Nazar lag jayegi or will not gain sympathy, will not get attention. Talk more about your accomplishments and what you're good at, and ignore talking at unwanted places about the weakness. Only talk where you're going to get a solution with your mentor or a very close friend or whoever. Otherwise, no, don't talk about the weakness. Talk about your strength. The more you talk, the focus goes there, and you keep feeling that again and again and again. It starts, the vibrations getting higher. Raise your vibration. So, for that, when you reflect, write about your achievements and what are your challenges. If you didn't win, what was a challenge that didn't allow you to win? So what is some recent accomplishment I'm proud of? Every year, reflect at the end of the year. What are the recent accomplishments I'm proud of? What challenges have I faced and what I have learned from them? First accomplishment and what challenges and what are my learnings? We always say there is no failure, there is a learning. You would have heard a lot of times, but put it as a question. Whenever you're feeling low, okay, what is my challenge here? Why did I lose it? Rather than, oh, I lost it. So your mental talk will be like this. I lost this time also, I couldn't do, I'm not worth it. This is how then you will go into spiral of negative thoughts. Rather, okay, why did I miss? Kyun hua ye? What could I have done it better? Might be I could have been little more energetic. I didn't eat before the game. So when you ask a question, automatically your subconscious will give you the answers. You just try the self-talk using all these questions at different scenarios. What challenges have I faced and what I have learned from them? How have I grown as a result of overcoming challenges? So since childhood, definitely we all had some challenges that you overcame. Recollect them. How did I overcome this? I had this problem earlier also. How did I overcome that time? Now why am I facing this problem? Why am I even worrying now? I used to be very bindas earlier. So how did I used to do that time? How was my body language that time? How was my communication with myself that time? What would I say to my mind when I used to lose? So how did I used to overcome the challenges earlier is a question you ask. So when you fail, you start talking about the challenges and the accomplishments. When you fear, you think about accomplishments. So these questions you need to ask. So these are the questions which you use it for self-talk. Now, let's go to the mindset and the attitude. So what is my current mindset and attitude towards life? You are again dull, not finding a purpose, not finding a way, wanting to achieve something, not able to, but not able to put efforts. Just ask yourself, what is my mindset towards life now? Life is very painful. Life is very difficult. People are always jealous. People are always mean. Is this your self-talk? Then how will you move forward? What is my mindset? To grow or to give up to excuses? How am I responding to the setbacks and failures? How do I respond to the setbacks and failures? Ask yourself. Okay, fine. I'm trying to manifest this, but somehow it is still not happening. What do I do? It is not happening. Yeah, this all doesn't work. No, I'm just going to quit. There's the self-talk. And I mean the negative talk, subconscious talk that happens. But rather ask, how am I going to use my mindset to overcome setbacks and failures? What mindset do I apply here? Right? So how do I shift my focus? What changes in my mindset do I need to cultivate for a more positive and more motivational mindset? What changes do I need to cultivate? I have to stop gossiping. I have to stop going to every meeting where they call me. I have to stop watching TV. Right? Become more mindful. How do I change my mindset? Ask yourself. So then you list down what all works for you. Sometimes I give some techniques like changing your instant emotion, having a cardamom or pepper, that suddenly that triggers your brain to stop thinking what you're thinking, to overcome anxiety, or keep some chewing gum or healthy snacks, something that can deviate you from thinking, right? Or engage in a activity, physical activity that can change your mindset. Go mingle with new people. When you are indoors, you cannot change the mindset. Go engage with new people. For that, join some classes where you are in a like-minded community. You listen to how people talk and you can see and feel new perceptions. You can see to their stories as well, that you are not the only failure. There are more deeper failures there, but how they're overcoming and how you are much better. So what is the kind steps you're going to take to change the current mindset? So these are the kind of questions. These are some personal questions that Noah had given on how do you ask yourself. Now coming to relationships. How do you change relationships? How do I nurture and contribute to my relationship? So when it comes to relationships, there is always a blame game, right? I blame my spouse and my spouse blames me. वो ठीक नहीं है. He is not good. I do all the things possible. Trust me, you're lying. I know we don't do all things possible. Admit it. You know, admit your know yourself about what you are incomplete in. Only then you will work upon yourself rather than putting a blame on someone else. And when you take that responsibility about your, challenges, they will slowly start doing it, or else they will not be able to complain. Right? So start taking responsibility. So what can I do in the current moment to improve my relationship? At least ignore. You know they are that way. Ignore. Two things I always say my clients: take action or ignore. So how are you going to work upon your relationship? Rather than asking, क्यों ये relationship ऐसा होता है? Why is this person even like this? I hate this marriage. What steps are you taking to make this marriage better? If you think it will not work at all, then move on. But don't be in this midsection complaining and hanging, right? Either you be there and see how can amicably you can get into some mutual agreement or understanding that don't disturb each other or whatever it is. Or move on. Ek life hai yaar, live it properly. Don't live for the sake. Okay? Talk to your partners. Ki dekho, see, I don't know, I'm not, what shall we do? Come to a mutual agreement. Right? So, are there any relationships that need my attention or improvement? By my children, in-laws, parents, spouse, friends? Am I giving the right attention to them or not? So do they need more attention from them? Do they deserve more attention from my end? Work upon it. What qualities do I value in my relationships? And am I embodying those qualities? If you want to manifest a person and certain qualities in a person, you need to understand the rule of manifestation that you need to have those qualities first. So ask yourself first, am I embodying those qualities which I look up to in a relationship? Am I giving that to that person first, which I am looking from them? मैं fit नहीं हूं, लेकिन I want my spouse to be very fit. कैसे चलेगा? They will also have the same expectation, right? So first work upon yourself. So automatically you will see the change around you. So am I embodying what I'm complaining? First I change. So I say, I take responsibility. So this questioning is to only stop the self-talk from blame, complaint to reflection, right? What does it mean that no can help improve my current situation? That is how manifestation works. You start becoming more self-aware about your health. So I'm giving the sample questions, which I had written or noted. How do I use for myself? You can create your own list of more questions, but this should be more than enough if you even practice diligently. Monthly, once answers, take the notebook and answer all these questions, right? So for health, we all complain that my health is like this, my health is like this, my body doesn't contribute to me, I have a knee pain, I have whatnot. But ask yourself this question: how am I taking care of my physical and mental health? So when I say how, it could be how much time do I invest for myself? How much money am I investing in myself, my health, compared to spending in parties? Right? Spending in therapy or a party, we will choose a party, right? So how much time or money I'm spending for my mental or physical health? Think, ask yourself. You're not attending to me and you say that I should love you. How will I love you? You should attend to me. You should listen to me, right? That is what your body is telling to you. Arey bhai, meri chinta karo. Because of me only you are running. Okay? So ask yourself, are there any habits that I need to change that can enhance my well-being? Any habit. See, ऐसा नहीं है कि एक बड़ा habit होना जरूरी है. A person who is a smoker doesn't have to quit overnight. Can I slowly change? Can I rather engage in sports activities? Rather than when I feel bored going to a drink party, can I rather engage in a game? Can I join a club where there are more games, right? The people are more physically active. While eating, so if I have too much of binge eating, right? So how do I deviate myself? Can I spend time more with my pet? Or can I spend time in grooming myself? It will feel good, right? So how do I engage myself that I don't get deviated towards eating? How do I feel myself that I'm full stomach? So eating healthy. How do I focus on cleansing my gut? So what actions am I taking? Any small habit that I can change, like the moment you wake up in the morning, you have a glass of water, right? Can I be mindful about taking water, or regularly having adding citric in my food, or vegetables into my food? So how can I change? Can I skip intermittent fasting? Can I do, or skip my have my dinner early rather than skipping? Small changes, right? What brings me joy and relaxation? Currently, whatever I'm doing, am I feeling joy and relaxation? Now you can say going to parties makes me feel joy and relaxation. Have you noticed the afterwards of hangover of the parties? I'm not telling about the alcohol hangover. मैं बता रही हूँ, when you have had you go to party and you have all, I don't it might not be with the close friends also. It could be some random group, you go enjoy and come, and you have given so much energy there. Next day you're completely off. Your brain is completely tired, right? So whenever you have a fun, because the loud music and that is what it causes. So whenever you are having fun, next day you should feel rejuvenated and relaxed. I had a good break. Rest. So are you feeling joy and relaxation in doing what you're doing now? Even in your job, the work that you're doing. So we say don't trade no time for money, right? So you should value. That is how the business works. Now, when I was talking about time and money, let's see the questions about time management. How effectively do I manage my time? So time nahi hai, time nahi hai, time nahi hai. When I was married, when I was newly married, that time office, come home, cook, sleep. Time nahi. I used to think like, oh my God, life is so hectic. After I got my baby, I used to go for morning, 1 hour of walk, then come, cook, then take rest. I felt no time, no time, no time. Now, दो बच्चे हैं, दो बिजनेस है, फैमिली भी है, still I cook, same 24 hours, right? So time nahi hai is nothing. We feel time nahi hai. How effectively am I managing my time so that I feel that effortlessly I'm doing so many things, right? So I think women at home do so many things. They are able to manage their time. They go for job, you come and work, cook, take care of the kids. Don't say time nahi. You know how to manage time. Only thing that you have not put your values first. You're putting it to the back seat. Your health first. You're putting it to the back seat. That is the whole point. Time is 24 hours for anyone, be it the prime minister or be us. Same thing. Difference is what is your value, the purpose, what is that driving your mindset, right? Are my priorities reflected on how I allocate time? What is a priority and where am I allocating my time? TV, how much time? I know few clients who are like, ekdam time nahi hai. But when I check their schedule, 4 hours a day they watch TV. Okay? Okay. Now, what activities can eliminate or delegate to create more balance? Practice delegation, be it professionally or personally. Don't try to do all by yourself. It's okay. Don't go for perfection. Delegate tasks. You need to learn assertive communication on how to delegate tasks so that they don't refuse. Win-win communications. So these are the few questions that you can do for self, right? So now say on learning, when it comes to time and comes to learning, again ask yourself, what new skills or knowledge have I acquired recently? क्या सीखा मैंने इस साल? Okay, so and coming year, what I'm going to learn? There should always be a new learning, isn't it? New skill or education, whatever. What is it I learned at this year? Every birthday, when it comes, ask yourself, what new skills or knowledge I acquired in this year? It is not age graciously, right? Don't just age for the sake of aging. वो तो सब होता है. Age graciously, learn new skills, transform yourself to new heights, give yourself new challenges, and enjoy the way when you're aging. That have no regrets. In what ways am I challenging myself to learn, grow? Ask yourself, this year, how did I take a challenge to learn and grow? Did I come out of my comfort zone? What is that out of my comfort zone I extended? How am I handling feedbacks and constructive criticism? How do I handle feedbacks and criticism? Do I take constructively or do I take as a blame? These questions you need to learn about your wisdom. Gratitude. When people complain कि हेमा मैं manifest नहीं मैं सोच नहीं पा रहा हूँ, I don't have, how will I think that I'm a millionaire? First I ask, how much are you grateful for what you have now? What grateful? Should I be grateful for this food and this thing? Oh, acha. When you don't have this base strong, how will you elevate to becoming a millionaire? When you're struggling for the basic needs itself. So if this has to be strong, you should be grateful. Only then you are comfortable ki ye permanent hai. Then you elevate. Okay. Otherwise, this will go off. Then you will keep running like this hamster on the wheel. Okay, the foundation has to be strong. So first, be grateful for what you have. How do you express gratitude to people around you in different forms? Whether it was a fight also, what lesson they taught, right? Small helps their end. Don't take it for granted. They had to do it. No, she's my wife. She should be doing much. They should be doing. No, she's my mother. She should be doing. No, there's no should. They are doing out of, they're taking out the effort for you. So how grateful are you? How does gratitude affect my overall well-being? Am I in a thankful zone? How well I have developed year on year. So the key to effectively to know self-reflect is to be honest and be open. Take time to explore such questions for yourself. So for every aspect of life, whenever you're trying to program or manifest something, this is how you line up questions. And when you ask a question, your brain is ready to answer. Automatically, you will see that you will be pushed to take action. See, manifestation is not just doing some technique, right? It is about having the right mindset that gives you motivation. Then comes the methods. You should have a method on how am I going to achieve this? How will I achieve this money? How will I accomplish getting this partner, right? First is the mindset. Then you push yourself, motivate, inner motivation for yourself, discipline, and you follow the method. So when you have the Jim Quick beautifully puts motivation, methods, and mindset, 3 M's. He clearly mentions until your brain has these 3, you cannot manifest the goals. So you have to keep listing and reflecting. Monthly nahi hota hai, quarterly karo na. So on every birthday, tomorrow is your birthday, today you do all these reflections. Or choose a new year, any day which feels good for you. Mark it as a special day for yourself and do it. This questioning will automatically curb this overthinking and negative thinking. When you ask question, your brain stops for a moment. So imagine you're stopping your brain every time so that it will not be able to convince you about the negative things. The subconscious, you're not allowing it to think at all. Consciously, you're asking it to answer. Imagine how powerful your manifestations can work and how faster. Trust me, today if I'm here, every time it is that I always ask myself a question. I did not know from where I learned it. I never knew the techniques, but somehow naturally I have built myself to ask, because I always believe in self or responsibility. I always believe that I take responsibility for my life. I don't blame people. So every time I ask myself, where is it I went wrong in this argument? How could I have avoided? Might be I can stay away from these people if I'm not comfortable. Until I get a maturity to deal with these people or to deal with such criticisms, let me stay away, prepare myself, and then come back here. Rather than keep on victimizing or blaming themselves. No point. Right? So every time your brain is telling that or going into negative zone, just ask a question which can give you a positive and a constructive answer, which should be action oriented. Automatically, you will see how good and easy taking care of the overthinking becomes. This laziness and procrastination will be nowhere. Just write some questions, and every night before going to bed, look at those questions and sleep. You don't have to find any answers. Just look at those questions and sleep. Automatically, your brain will answer in your dreams, in your actions. You will see the magic. Okay, these are a few sample questions which you can ask yourself for improvement, gratitude, and different aspects of life. And keep progressing your thoughts and keep taking actions. That is how you manifest using questions, right? So, because instructions don't work, but questions do. I hope no, the session was helpful. I am sorry if I took too much of time. It was such an interesting thing, which a lot of people we miss to do it. We think कि मैं affirmation कर रही हूँ नहीं हो रहा है. I'm trying to heal myself नहीं हो रहा है. No, because might be your brain is too much into negative thinking. So questioning could be a good start for yourself rather than going directly into affirmations. So in manifestation, there are techniques for everyone, for every kind of personality. Not one technique works for everyone, right? So for your personality, what suits you, you choose and work with that. Okay, might be at this point of time, one technique might work for you, but the next point of time, this technique might not be so effective because your mindset has grown, your wisdom has grown, it has changed. So now at this point of time, try something new. I mean, a new technique, pick up and work with that. Your brain gets used to something, right? Then it doesn't feel effective. Go to a new one. Keep challenging it. That is how you train your mental muscle. So I have to build a muscle, then I have to daily do gymming, isn't it? Similarly, if you have to build a muscle here of abundance and joy, you have to train it. Keep training it. Otherwise, it just ages and not gracefully. So guys, so we are open for questions. You can type any of the questions in the chat box. You will not be visible. That's okay. You can just type in questions. Do you have any questions regarding your overthinking and using power of questions? Have you used know this power of questioning any time earlier, and anything else you want to know about it? I'm open to questions. You can unmute and ask also. Thank you, Santosh. Okay, so I assume that session was clear. I assume that I had given you clear questions. The live will be available on, I will be sharing the link. You can go through and note down the questions that we discussed in the session and just practice for next 30 days, writing these questions, paste somewhere which is very, visible every day, morning and night, and see how your brain starts, responding differently. Okay, definitely you will see the changes using these questions, right? Your thinking, your ideas, and even your performance will change if you're trying to accomplish something. So until then, until next week, we meet with a new topic. We are going to every week come with new topics on manifestation and law of attraction. And next week, we're going to talk about money mindset, because last 2 or 3 clients in one-to-one sessions, they were talking about problems in asking for money. They have skills, they're not able to ask for money. So we're going to do a session on money mindset for your regular relationship with money. We are going to do it. So until then, bye-bye, and love you all. Lots of abundance to all of you. Thank you.